Hey guys, and welcome back to yet another profitable trade recap on US30 on a 5-minute time frame. We're going to be recapping the London kill zone because it has been performing much better this month in April, and I'm also going to do a live trade recap for the whole week this weekend on TradingView only, so make sure to follow me on TradingView. The link to my TradingView account is in the description box below as well, or you can just type in my username ethermet. And right here I will also be notifying everyone before I go live on our Discord server, so make sure to join it. And it's going to be right in here in our live stream section. Alright, now we're back on TradingView. We can see that US30 has made a nice run after we basically finished the stream, where we also would have got a few nice entries, but unfortunately outside of my timing window. But this does not have to mean that you can't take those trades. But all I want you to do is do your own backtesting, because then you have something to rely on that you tested yourself, and you also get a feeling for the strategy. Alright, but now let's get started with this London session. We see overall we're currently inside a small little range right here with the new opening for the day. Consolidation happened right in here. And now we're starting with today's London kill zone. We see it's now 155. We wait for our first opening candle, and we saw it was actually a pretty close one. We got our crossover right here on this 145 candle. So 1, 2, 3 candles. So even if we would have closed below the VWAP, this would not be a valid signal anymore. So we just have to wait for a new bearish crossover if we get one. Let's see. I think price consolidated right around the VWAP here for quite some time. Then we dropped to the downside. I felt like we might be missing out on something right here, but yet I did not enter into any trades because this doesn't match up with the rules. So we, on our Discord server, we sat there patiently, we discussed everything, no one entered into a position prior to that, and then we got our bearish crossover right here on this beautiful candle. We are now 10 minutes away from the London opening right here at 3 AM, and we entered into this trade. Let's quickly check. This has been a bearish candle, so we enter at the close of this candle. I place my stop loss right here at this swing high, just tiny little bits above the VWAP. Why? Because in case we go back above the VWAP, I want to be looking for long opportunities, because the stochastic RSI might give us a new long entry above the VWAP, making this a little fake out move to the downside pre-London open. And yet again, we are looking for a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio to break even on our trade. And for our full take profit, we are looking at a simple 2 to 1 risk to reward. This is our trade. Let's see how it would play out with that very next candle, 255 candle, 5 minutes prior to the London opening. We saw a beautiful momentum continuation to the downside, and then at the London open, we formed some sort of a doji indecision, but we managed to hit our take profit target on that very next candle. As you can see, we did not hit our break-even level prior to this candle, so we did not get stopped out at break-even right here, making this our first winning trade for the day. And then I think it actually took quite some time, because we continued dropping after the open. We continued dropping, so right now we sit here and wait for our next bearish entry, because we're still below the VWAP and we still have bearish colored candles. And I think, no, we didn't get it on this candle, so let's wait and see for a few more candles. The stochastic RSI is now above the 80 level, so this is already a good sign. And right here on this candle, we entered into this trade. On this trade, because we already formed a new lower low, we see that we're currently in a downtrend. We broke out of our range. We broke to the downside. So, because in case we might reverse from this level whatsoever, it's also just a new hourly opening where they like to fake traders out. At those opens, I place my stop loss right here at the swing high. in the end, I would have preferred if I would have placed it at the body high of this candle, but in the end it did not make a difference because yet again we are choosing a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio. For our full take profit, again we target a 2 to 1 risk to reward, and this trade also moved very nicely into our favor without much drawdown at all, and then we hit our break even level right here on this candle. So now our stops are at break even. We then consolidated for some time around this level, and then we eventually hit our take profit target with this candle. Now it's already 4:45, so we are about to close for the session. We see even with spread it should have hit your take profit target. We went 4.5 pips below our take profit level. So even with the worst offshore unregulated broker, your take profit should have been hit. So now we're already at the end of the London kill zone. We made a net profit of 4% today. We actually, with yesterday, looking at the London kill zone on its own, have a current winning streak of 4 wins in a row. If you risk 1%, that's a total net profit of 8%. That's not bad at all. That's in the end of the day what you need to pass a My Forex Funds funded account. Alright, so, but because I recently shared my reversal strategy on our Discord server, my old reversal strategy that I used to trade with on its own, only with the ScalperPro. So if we're looking at it, we opened up a new hourly candle. So our 4 AM hourly low is sitting right here below this low. And below this low, sell stops are in the market or basically placed by hourly traders. If we have a look at the hourly time frame, all right, that's not what I wanted to see. So this is what the hourly chart looked like for our hourly time frame traders. We had a bearish engulfing and the momentum has clearly been to the downside. So for most of them, it would have been reasonable to place a sell stop. So in case we are breaking this low, they would assume that the market continues into this direction. And this is also something I covered in another video. It's called the importance of timing. So if we go back to our 5-minute time frame, what we saw is that we took out this low and we played around this low for a little while. So we took out this low on the 5-minute and then we saw a bullish engulfing candle pretty much immediately. If we open up the ScalperPro, we on the 5-minute time frame, we have not been anywhere near the bullish reversal zone. But yet, after 3 consecutive bearish candles on the hourly time frame, we could check the 1-minute time frame and have a look at the ScalperPro, because the ScalperPro on a 1-minute time frame has been inside the bullish reversal zone. So having a closer look at this, getting rid of the stochastic RSI indicator, we can see that on the ScalperPro we formed a higher low. But at the same time, we formed a lower low on the US 30 chart. And my old reversal strategy used to be that I enter on that first candle color change. Once I see the clear confirmation for a divergence, I place my stop loss a little bit below the most recent low. My break-even level sits exactly at 1-to-1 risk to reward, because if you try to catch reversals, most of the time they do not play out until that big winner comes in. So you want to make sure you have a break-even level set at a low risk to reward, because sometimes you actually have to endure 3 or 4 or sometimes even 5 times where the reversal does not play out. And those 5 times you do not want to lose. So you want to make sure to break even, because in the case this might be the actual reversal and it hits 1-to-1, 90% of the times it does not come back anywhere near your entry. So our break-even level is set, and most of the time I used to target the VWAP right here, or I close it before if I like the risk to reward ratio. This trade played out very nicely. We hit our break-even level, and that's exactly what I mean. So if this is a true reversal, we should not come back to our entry. So it's fair to move our stop loss now to break even. And as we can see, we quickly rallied back to the upside, and we touched VWAP very shortly, where you would have closed your trade ideally. And this also lines up with the importance of timing, because if we have a close look at that previous hourly candle, we can see that the high of this hourly candle right here, this previous hourly candle, is that the right one? That's the 4 a.m. candle, has been taken out. Let's go back to that 1 minute time frame right here with this candle. So basically what they did, they trapped hourly traders short into the market. Of course, they already started to hedge a long position while the trend was still falling, but this last trigger at the hourly open, where they went below the previous hour low, gave them the rest. They put in a big buy position. The market rallied up immediately, and most likely those hourly traders placed their stops, or let's say the scalpers on the hourly time frame who not use such a big stop loss, placed their stops right above the previous hour high, which has been taken out effectively. And now if we have a look at the rest of the day, in the bigger picture, we can see that we hit that VWAP, we came back, we retraced, consolidated basically for the whole time until the market opened up. So now therefore we can go up to a higher time frame. We can see that we consolidated that whole time below the VWAP. At 8:30 we got some news and we broke the range to the upside. We did not take out our low of the day, where we saw our divergence reversal opportunity anymore. And we got a breakout signal. If we take a really close look at the ScalperPro, where do we have it? A breakout signal out of a squeezing band of the ScalperPro right here at this candle. And if we turn on the ScalperPro overlay, which I do not have on my chart right here, let me add that quickly. ScalperPro overlay right here. And we turn on the breakout signals right here. We see that we actually got a signal right here on this candle because we broke out of this consolidation that went on for almost 3 to 4 hours. We broke out to the upside with a massive bullish candle, and then we just continued rallying above the previous day's high and also above the current high of the week formed on Monday right here. And yeah, that's basically a little, let's say, outlook on what you can use the ScalperPro for, other than our main strategy. And if you have any questions about that, make sure to join us on Discord, because I will be sharing more and more and more trades with different examples of how you can utilize the ScalperPro to your advantage. And this is already the end of the video. Like said yesterday, I try to keep the videos as short as I possibly can, because most of the viewers don't even watch them for more than 3 minutes. So, thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it and you learned something new, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This really helps me out a lot. And yeah, until Monday, I would say, enjoy your weekend, and I will be back on Monday on our Discord server to trade the first London kill zone for next week. Alright guys, take care.